What is up, Hardcore Nation? It's Hardcore Christopher here, and okay, I was scrolling through my YouTube feed, and this popped up last night. The Act Man has a lot of racist fans and friends backing him up. Okay, look, I've seen what the Act Man has to say. But while I don't condone it, while it's wrong, I will say this. At least he apologized. Now, let's get right into it.
Few things are more amusing than someone telling me that I'm making accusations and I don't have receipts. So let me show you the receipts. We're going to take a look at some emails. So this first one shows your business is fucked. We will not.
Your business is... We will not stop until you lose, and you will lose, son. Okay, what do these email correspondence have to do with everything that's going on? For all I know, you could be showing random emails.
Stop until you lose, and you will lose, son. Sounds like a threat to me, but again...
That's not a threat. That's not a threat. And that's just the first email. Let's continue.
This is what happens when you have Act Man's fans come out to you.
You have no idea if Brad Smith is a fan of Act Man or not. You are just assuming, and you know what they say about assumptions. They make... Well, you know.
Channel and do what they do, right? This header kind of says a lot of what I'm dealing with right now.
When N-words die, the planet gets better. Okay, that's going too far. Especially using the N-word. And no, I'm not talking about Negro. I'm talking about the other word. That is still offensive to the black or African American community. Because, well, it is. That's the same reason why the Washington Redskins are just now known as the Washington football team. Because the word redskin is like saying the word redskin is... It, from how I understand it and from what people have told me, it's like it's the N-word for the Native Americans. Redskin. That's why the Washington football team is now just known as the Washington football team. Even though throughout Washington's history, they've always been known as the Washington Redskins, so why is it a big problem now?
Oh, but I'll show you more evidence of that. You can feel free to pause at any point in time.
Oh, I'm pausing throughout this video. Let's see. Roses are red and violets are blue, and N-word are black. You know that's true, but they don't mind, 'cause what the heck? You gotta be black to get a welfare check. Okay, that's racist.
They even wrote me a horrible little poem here talking about roses are red and violets are blue and inwards are black. You know that's true. They don't mind, but they don't mind because what the heck? You gotta be black to get a welfare
No, I am as white can be. Well, I don't get a welfare check.
check, like all this racist stuff, and then they've got a black.
Again, these are. But you have no idea if the people that are contacting you are Actman fans. I don't encourage this type of behavior. So I would really wish for the people that are doing this type of behavior, please stop. Because here's the problem. You're not making yourself look good. You're making yourself look very bad.
Man hanging from a noose, and here.
What? Hold on, what?
They even wrote me a horrible little poem here talking about roses are red and violets are blue and inwards are black. You know that's true. They don't mind, but they don't mind because what the heck? You gotta be black to get a welfare check, like all this racist stuff, and then they've got a black man hanging from a noose. And
okay, that's something the KKK would do. Seriously. Don't believe me, look it up.
Here's a better shot of that, just so you can kind of see for yourself. This little fuck says keep your opinion to yourself and then threatens to kill me. So
Wait. Keep your opinion to yourself. If I ever find you, I'm gonna hit you with the point of a shovel in your big blank forehead and keep hitting till your body stops twitching. Don't ever tell people. Okay, that person just sounds insane.
if I ever find you, I'm going to bash you in the head with the pointed part of the shovel and keep hitting you until your body stops twitching. I mean, it just keeps going. Then there are all the users that like to spam my website with the N-word, with,
Yes, well, spamming is bad. Spamming is not illegal. And how on earth? How on earth do people know your website?
Black Lives Don't Matter at Black Lives Don't.
I'm not even going to get into that debate.
Matter.com.
It's not so much a debate. It's rather, it doesn't involve me.
Because that's the kind of thing that they like to do. Like,
I'm pretty sure that, well, let's see. You said this. Here's the nature of what I'm dealing with. Drama Alert, Actman, Review Tech USA, Griffin Gaming, Oh No, It's Alex, Mischief, Asmongold, Clips, Makai, and Asmongold TV. And literally all you try hard losers continuing to incite this racist mob. This is not criticism. While I agree that it's not criticism, I am going to say this. Drama Alert. everybody that you listed here, I know Review Tech USA does this. He does say that do not harass this individual. Do not go out of your way and do it. But let's continue on.
This is the Act Man's fan base. And here are some more emails, just kind of showing you.
Okay, inward. Dude, your screenshots are so little.
What I'm dealing with.
Maybe it's a screen cap, I don't know.
On a regular basis, multiple times a day. Again, all of it, racist shit. This is a hate crime. And people
it's not a hate crime, you moron. There are stupid people, yes. But you keep on using the words hate crime. You keep on throwing the word perjury. Well, throwing words like stolen content, perjury. What do you think was going to happen? Like, seriously, what do you think was going to happen? Do you think people were going to be like, oh yeah, Quantum's right? No. Everybody is saying that you're wrong. The only person, like I've said before, the only person that thinks you're right is you. And that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Whether you look at it from a legal standpoint, or whether you just look at it from a common sense standpoint, your arguments don't make sense. And yes, while I do want to say this right here and right now, I do feel sorry for you, Quantum, because all this shouldn't be happening. But again, you open the floodgates. It's kind of like this. East Coast chair and bar stool. What do you think of these chairs? I got restaurant manager to give you guys a brand new POS system. It clicks up in the kitchen. There's a man or a woman, okay? Whichever. I'm going to use this as an illustration. Pick whatever gender you want. But I'm a man, so I'm going to use the male gender. Okay. Let's say that... Well, I just realized the illustration won't work, so scratch that.
I think I'm pulling a race card, but again,
That's because you kinda are. Look, I understand that nobody likes being called... Well, nobody in the African American community likes being called the N-word. I understand that. And I would say this to the people that are sending you all these emails. You guys are a bunch of idiots. But seriously, why should Drama Alert or the Act Man or Review Tech USA or Griffin Gaming or Oh No It's Alex or Mischief or Asmongold Clips or Marquet or Asmongold TV, why should they disavow this? It's not their doing. Just like how you say that hacked tweets, I didn't do it, so I don't have to disavow it. Nobody's sending these people after you. In fact, you're making You're making it worse. In my opinion, you're making it worse because you're trying to gaslight. If you don't know what gaslighting is, you're trying to keep it going when the embers have already died.
It's a hate crime at this point. It's racially motivated, as you can clearly see, right? Now, I can show you that YouTube is picking these people up on the copyright ID tool. For anybody that doesn't know, the copyright ID tool shows you the name of the user, in this case, RTU Streams, how much of the video they're using, and you can report it by clicking that little box there and just hitting report. And it has matches, which means it matched your content. They found it and flagged it. This concept that me going off of what YouTube is flagging is copyright abuse is just the most asinine thing. They didn't ask for permission to use this content.
Yes. I get it. I get it now. But you do realize the YouTube algorithm, which let's be perfectly honest, the YouTube algorithm, which YouTube relies on, is a machine. And that machine is prone for mistakes. Now, am I saying that whether or not RTU Streams, which is Review Tech USA's live streaming channel, you should really go check it out, but it's transformative. It falls under fair use as clear as day, just like all the other videos that you flagged were fair use. Now, would YouTube give you information? Well, not information, but would YouTube ever suggest on trying to take down somebody's video or trying to flag somebody's video? No, they wouldn't.
They're just doing what they want with it. And
they're commenting on your... Oh, God. They are commenting on your video, which maybe if you took time to watch the video instead of saying, well, YouTube flagged it, so YouTube notified me that you guys are using... It doesn't matter whether it's 10% or 50% or 100%. It doesn't matter. Just as long as it's transformative, like I'm doing right now. The only way... Hold on. The only way... Yes, it is true that you can't re-upload somebody else's video and claim it as your own. So that means if Mischief would have taken your video, Quantum, and uploaded and re-uploaded it and claimed it as his own content, Mischief would have been lying. But what Mischief did was transform your work into something completely different, which falls under fair use, which means you didn't have the right to flag him. You didn't have the right to threaten him and say that I don't want to copyright strike you. I just want all my assets taken out of the video, which is kind of hard to do when the sole purpose for making that video was to take your take of Elden Ring and completely eviscerate it like he did.
It gets picked up and they get reported, and that should be the end of it. If it goes through, great. If it doesn't, well, oh well. I'm not going to go through the legal proceeding of a lawsuit.
Okay. Here's the problem. What'd you just say? What?
It matched your content. They found it and flagged it. And this concept that me going off of what YouTube is flagging is copyright abuse is just the most asinine thing. They didn't ask for permission to use this content. They're just doing what they want with it.
Nobody has to ask permission to use anybody's content on YouTube to begin with. Now that I think about it, nobody has to go to the owner of the YouTube video and be like, hey, is it okay if I use such and such clips in the video? Look, I asked my best friend if I could react to a video that he did, that he uploaded. And he said, I'd rather you not. Just leave a comment or something. Said, okay. So I didn't make a reaction video to it. But it's not like I had to ask for his permission.
And it gets picked up and they get reported, and that should be the end of it. If it goes through, great. If it doesn't, well, oh well. I'm not going to go through the legal.
If it goes through, great. If it doesn't, oh well. It's not oh well, because after you flagged, I'm sorry. After you I'm trying to explain this without getting upset. It's not good enough for you. It's not. Because you said if it goes through, oh well. If it goes through, great. If it doesn't, oh well. But we've seen time and time again where you have issued a threat to copyright strike people just for a little bit of your content, just because you didn't like what they said or something like that. And quite frankly, I think this title is a little disingenuous.
Proceeding of a lawsuit if I don't have to. That's kind of how this works, right?
No.
But don't think that's the only instance where, again, Review Tech USA gets picked up by this tool. As you can clearly see here, there is another video, 10% of the video using my content. YouTube copyright matches him. And again, these people want to go on and on about you're using the system.
That's because you are. You are abusing the system. Look, just because YouTube picks it up, just because you have the right to flag, doesn't mean you should.
The system is literally matching you, man. What is that fucking...
It's a machine. It is prone for malfunction. Well, malfunctions. Not saying that the Content ID tool is wrong, but how come you haven't flagged it? How come you haven't tried to reach out?
What does that say? Channel copyright matches. Channel copyright matches. YouTube already knows you're fucking taking my shit, dude.
By the way, I find it very surprising that I've done about 7 videos on you. I think this is the 7th one. And if that is true, then the copyright ID tool should match my content, match my video with your content, because I am using your content to make this video. But here's the problem. I'm sorry. You're playing the victim, which I don't like. I don't like it. And I'll tell you why I don't like it here in a little bit. But let's continue on.
Like, it's ridiculous. And these are the people that like to act like they're so innocent. Well, let's show you.
That's because everything they do falls under fair use. Okay, let's talk about you, Quantum. Since you love to talk about you, let's talk about you. You opened this door, and you didn't like what was on the other side, so you tried to reshut it. But the problem was that instead of using the door handle, you kicked it wide open, and then the door went off its hinges. So now you're having to deal with all the repercussions of your actions, which you don't like very much. You don't like it when people are calling you out for your bad take. You don't like the criticism that you're getting. Instead, you would like everyone to like you and respect you, and you say you're going back to normal, when all you did was literally do this. Make another channel called Quantum TV Vlog.
Do some more. Here's a screen grab of the Act Man casually dropping.
I call my friends all the time. It's a great word. There are better swear words. Okay. There's a difference between Nigger and NIGGA, I believe. I think so. I think that's how you spell it. I'm not sure.
N-bombs on Twitter, I guess.
Look, and while I'm not taking up for the Act Man or Review Tech USA or Oh No It's Alex or Drama Alert or anybody, you have to be careful with what you say, because what you say is going to come back and bite you. Like you're figuring out, Quantum. You're figuring out that you shouldn't have done such a bad take on Elden Ring. You are finding out that when you throw out words like stolen content or piracy or stuff like that, heck, you called Rich from Review Tech USA a pedophile, so you're kind of done here, don't you think? You're kind of done, because there's more evidence of you being a bigot and everything like that than there are of your accusers. You see, in a court of law, you have to prove beyond what? Beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you saying that if you were to ever go to court, that you would be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt your case? I don't know.
No big deal there, right? Here's the Act Man having some fun with Jewish people and their past.
Right. The only other suicide rate as high as trans people is Jews living under Nazi Germany. Trans people do not live in that environment. Okay, the Act Man is making a reference to the Holocaust, and that I don't think there were Jews that actually committed suicide during the Holocaust. They were all They were all killed by Hitler's hand. So that's murder. That's genocide.
With Nazi Germany.
Again, the Act Man has apologized for every remark that he's ever made. You haven't apologized for nothing.
And,
to my knowledge, the Act Man hasn't done anything like this again.
trans people, to show you that, Mr. Righteous here, right?
That's cute coming from you, Quantum. That really is cute.
Let's not forget Act Man telling people to kill themselves by telling them, like I said, go sit back down or go back to slitting your wrists. More efficient than wasting your time on Twitter. Might make you happier. Literally telling somebody to go.
Why are you bringing up old things? Like, seriously? Why are you bringing up old things? Actually, let me look.
Oh, innocent. Well, let's show you some more. Here's a screen grab of the Act.
That's not the Act Man's profile page, profile picture anymore.
Man casually dropping N-bombs on Twitter, I guess.
So yeah, you're literally bringing up old tweets to try to prove your point when there was nothing recent you could find?
No big deal there, right? Here's the Act Man having some fun with Jewish people and...
By the way, I just thought you guys should know the comments are turned off. Again.
Their past with Nazi Germany and, trans people. To show you that, Mr. Righteous here, right?
Quantum, you really think you're in the right in this? I am thoroughly convinced now that either A, you like all the attention, which would bring up any publicity is good publicity, and that's a bold-faced lie. Or you really think you're justified.
Let's not forget Act Man telling people to kill themselves by telling them, like I said, go sit back down or go back to sleep.
Again, an old tweet that Act Man did. I feel like I'm going to be saying this a lot. Act Man apologized for everything that he's ever done, and to my knowledge, he hasn't done anything like this since. So you're just spinning your wheels for something.
Your wrists more efficient than wasting your time on Twitter. Might make you happier. Literally telling somebody to go cut themselves. Like, what? Here the Act Man is again, using slurs.
Another old tweet. Seriously, another old tweet.
Starting to see a fucking pattern here? Here's a screen grab of Rich from Review Tech USA doing a live stream with that fake Quantum TV moderator that he says openly on his same live stream is a fake Quantum, and he just allows it because it's funny. He knows it's impersonation at that point and does not care. But in the same breath, we'll try to tell you, nobody's impersonating you. You weren't hacked. That was you. You're a liar. But then he has...
Your point?
It's an impersonator. Literally.
Seriously, you're grasping at straws here. You are very, very, very salty about this, my friend. You are very, very, very salty about this. For why? Why? It's not like anyone's hurting you. You're hurting everyone else with what you're saying. You told the Elden Ring community that you guys have no life, no friends, no family, that you guys could go kill you guys could go kill yourselves. Where's the right in that? Where's the right in calling a man a pedophile when you have no evidence of that? You're really grasping at straws here.
The Azamat. Tell me more. Then there are the endless hordes of haters coming from Actman, literally just dumping their hatred all over every video.
You have no idea if you have no idea. You make it sound like the Actman is sending his people over to your people and be like, spread hate. When I can almost guarantee you nobody wants anything to do. Nobody wants to spread hate about you, Quantum. Nobody. Because why? Just like me, you're not really that important.
That I create, and then acting like I'm just playing the victim somehow when they're literally going out of their way to harass.
Again, that's because you are playing the victim. You've been playing the victim from the get-go.
Ask me. Yeah. Okay. Then we have fake YouTube channels that literally, or Twitter channels pop up that just take the old Twitter name.
What's a Twitter channel?
Impersonate Quantum TV and start.
You want to know why? It's because they know by doing so, they're going to get a rise out of you. Which, guess what? They do, because you're so shallow. You can't. You're like, I can't allow this to go on. Then just ignore everything. Ignore everything about this. But you keep on making the same mistake over and over and over and over again.
Saying a bunch of random stuff all over the internet, right? Then there are all the
Sure, no one's ever made a fake social media account. That doesn't happen ever. It does.
Wild and outlandish claims coming in from Actman's fans, like, I don't do.
You have no idea if this person's an Actman fan or not. You're just making the assumption.
Deserve rights? Yeah, that's very strange. And people telling me enjoy getting charged with a forgery and my entire.
Let's see. Enjoy getting charged with forgery. Your entire page is a joke, which I'm inclined to agree, because I don't care about televisions. I don't know why anybody would care about AV settings. Apparently, there's a small niche for that, but it's a very small niche, like true crime or like true crime dramas. Then I smell the cancellation coming. Dude, look, you're ban evading. So it's just a matter of time at this point.
Our channel's a joke. They smell cancellation coming. All of this based off of Actman's claims.
No. You cannot blame this on the Actman. Don't try to blame this on the Actman, because the Actman, like, seriously got upset because somebody contacted his mom and then made a video where he was the act attorney and literally said in that video the termination of your YouTube channel, which, quite frankly, you can't blame him, man. You can't blame him for being mad.
Now we have Ackman's fans sexually harassing me, doing
That's funny.
strange things like putting cucumbers in my mouth. And they really love to attack my sex.
We are lovers. They really like to. You do realize everyone is doing videos on you because, quite frankly, I actually find the thumbnail to be funny.
Sexual orientation by discriminating against me, making LGBT GIFs and memes and all kinds of stuff because
It's GIFs, not GIFs. GIF is a peanut butter.
this is appropriate behavior. I mean, if the role
It is. It is appropriate behavior. You want to know why? It's because it's something funny. A thumbnail is supposed to grab you, right? That's a thumbnail that'll grab somebody.
were reversed and, they wanted their sexual orientation to be respected and it wasn't, I'm pretty sure they would go screaming,
Nobody is complaining about your sexuality.
kicking and falling out all over the floor about it. But here I am, a Christian straight man, and they target that as some sort.
Nobody cares about your religion or your sexuality. Nobody has even brought that up. You're the only one bringing that up.
Sort of nasty or negative thing. Amazing how that works. Of course, we can see my religion being attacked even further when they say that, I went on some sort of crazy religious meltdown, which factually actually never happened once. I never brought up religion, and I definitely never created thousands of posts based off of religion, but these are the talking points that these people are running with to stir up any fake drama for fake.
Question. Why do you have closed captioning on?
Clicks, and again, show me thousands of posts I've made anywhere about religion. This is ridiculous.
Your tweets? Seriously, like your LGBT, your gay community tweets, that could be interpreted as a religious, as a not only hate speech, but a religious rant as well.
But this is the Ackman community. These are the people with.
You have no idea. I keep on saying that, but you have no idea if they're part of the Ackman community, part of the Drama Alert community, hold on. You have no idea if they're part of the drama community, the Ackman community, the Review Tech USA community, the Griffin Gaming community, the Oh No It's Alex community, the Mischief, Asmongold, Marquee, or Asmongold communities. You have no idea. You're just assuming it. You're just really assuming it. And here's a thought that I had. Why would they want to damage your reputation? Seriously, well, why would they? It makes no sense. It makes no sense from a business standpoint. It makes no sense from a logical standpoint. Dude, it's as simple as this. If you kept your mouth shut, none of this would have happened. If you would have just ignored Mischief's video, which you didn't, this wouldn't have started a downward spiral for you. Because you can say that I don't really care. I'm going back to normal. I'm going back to normal content. Obviously, you do care because you made a 20-minute and 17-second video on everything. Everything that everyone's done wrong. And yes, while I do agree with you on some points, I disagree with you on many others.
Grievances to levy against me, right? Then we have people like Mischief who like to defend racism for some rude.
Wait, PS5 fanboys cancel the Actman and plus
reason, trying to act like that is okay somehow. Like, we literally have him talking about PS5 fanboys and how, yeah, okay.
I don't see anyone taking up for racism. I think everyone has come to the conclusion that racism is wrong. So I don't really understand your point here.
Let's just read this, okay? PS5 fanboys decided to pull yet another brain-dead move, digging up 5-year-old tweets on the Actman and Fratanga Plays where they say discriminate.
Okay, 5-year-old tweets. Let's go there. Let's go there, my friends. Let's go there. Okay. Quantum says that he was hacked in 2018. So let me do some math. So 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, he was quote unquote hacked. So does that mean that since the tweets happened 4 years ago that everyone should just be like, I apologize? Should everyone just look at Quantum and give him the benefit of the doubt? Yes, up until you realize that his Twitter account was linked to his YouTube account. So, again, 5 years, right? This says PS5 fanboys decided to pull yet another big brain move by digging up 5-year-old tweets from the Actman and Fratanga Plays, where they say discriminating things, which obviously does not represent their modern views. Half a decade is not a short period of time, and both the Actman and I hope I'm pronouncing this person's Vagina Plays have shown that they have changed over time and do not hold those beliefs anymore. But, of course, console fanboys do not care for the fact and would rather weaponize serious talking points. There are 3 key words in there. Changed over time. Quantum, you haven't changed at all. The only thing that may have happened within the 4-year span from where you got hacked to now is you were maidenless, but you got yourself a maiden. Well, a maiden.
things, which obviously don't represent their modern views. Half a decade is not a short period of time. Both Act-Man and For Tango Plays have shown that they have changed and do not hold these beliefs anymore. But of course, console fanboys, for the fact they would rather weaponize whatever series talking points for the sake of a console war. But the reality is, For Tango Plays and Act-Man have not in fact changed, because all of those racist comments are coming from the Act-Man. All of the commentary that we
Yeah, about 5 years ago. Why don't you get some modern stuff? That would prove your point a whole lot more.
see coming out of all these people are still just as harassing as they were back then. They have not changed at all. These are pack predators doing what they do best. This has
You make it sound like they're wolves. They're not wolves.
been going on for millennia. It's no different now than it was in the night.
What's the difference between people harassing you and you harassing other people? The difference is the other people who uploaded videos about you didn't like, so you decided to harass them until you got what you wanted. And when that didn't work, you threatened them.
1950s, when they were grouping up together and they were ganging up on these little kids, and certain time periods, and they were picking somebody they wanted to ostracize. I mean, this is no different. Like, I'm being sent black people hanging from nooses. Like, really? This is your community, but
Again, you have no idea. You keep on spinning your wheels, and yet you are doing nothing but sinking in mud, my friend. By the way, we're not friends. So why do I keep on calling you friend? Why do I keep on saying my friend when I'm not your friend and you're not my friend? Huh.
changed, and this is not us.
That's because they have. Seriously. Are you seriously saying that the Act Man is saying to his community, to his 1 million plus community, that to go after you? I find that completely unlikely.
We are changed men? Fuck off. You see, let me tell you something about changed men. They disavow stuff like this coming from their community.
Let me tell you something. You haven't changed. You've been this way for a long time. But yet... Hold on, is there a description? No. Wait. No. Oh, hey, this actually got an age restriction. Oh, this was age restricted, but YouTube didn't age restrict it. It was requested by one Quantum TV, because that's the uploader. A little weird.
They don't tell you that you need to take criticism. This is only...
That's because you do need to take criticism. You can't take criticism to save your life.
happening because you had a bad take. Does this look like criticism to you?
It looks like a man hanging from a tree. That's what it looks like.
Does this look like the appropriate action for a so-called bad take?
No, but there are people that are going to send that stuff regardless. Again, you gotta let this go. But it's like I said, it's like one of the people commented and said, attention is one hell of a drug. Apparently it is. Apparently you're enjoying yourself. Because you're running your mouth, but yet you're talking in circles. You're talking in circles.
Huh. So I give a review on a video game and you disagree with it, and this is what you're going to
This has nothing to do with a video game anymore.
start sending me? And then, of course, they all come from Act-Man's community. And
You have no idea. Oh, God. I am repeating myself. I've been repeating myself pretty much throughout this entire video. Again, you have no idea if these people are actually from Act-Man's community or not. You have absolutely, positively, unequivocally no idea. You don't know. You are assuming things. You're assuming.
stuff like that, right? Yeah, but these are changed men. This doesn't represent their modern beliefs and values, but
It doesn't. Are you literally? I just said literally. Are you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm hearing sounds like you're blaming Act-Man for what people are sending you. But yet, why should they disavow it when it's random people sending you random stuff? I'm pretty sure that if I logged into my Gmail right now, you would see random people, especially in my spam folder, random people sending me random emails. Because why? Because it happens. It happens. And I wish it would stop, yes. But I know it's not going to stop. That's the nature of the beast, really. It's not going to stop because more often than not, people don't care what you have to say.
also they've got these kinds of people. And when you make them aware that this is happening to you, they tell you to suck it up, you're being a little bitch, or all this other stuff, and then you call the mother to try to reach out, because maybe she's...
You called his mother. You just said you called his mother. Why reach out to the next of kin when you had a conversation with the Act-Man over the internet that didn't change anything? You were really hoping that Act-Man would see it your way, and when he didn't see it your way, you're like, okay, I'll be looking into the rest of my options for your piracy, just so you know. You contacted his mother. Why? What were you trying to accomplish? And that's I said it before. I'm going to say it again. Contacting somebody else's mother is just straight up weird. You're straight up weird, Quantum, for doing that.
More reasonable than the son, or you can try to, at the very least get a hold of him to try to talk things out, to work out differences. And, people say take criticism. This is your criticism. Really, bro? Now, if all that shit isn't bad enough, then, of course, there's the infamous tweet where he can confirm that Quantum TV is threatening.
That's because he could. And it doesn't help your case. It really doesn't when you say that you contacted Act-Man's mom.
him and his family with doxing and violence, even reached out to his mother.
How did you get the information otherwise? You say you got it all on public record. Okay. Let's go with that for a minute. You said you got all of his information. Well, the majority of his information is public record. No one's phone number is public record, though. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure nobody's phone number is public record.
Saying we wouldn't want our families to get hurt or involved in this.
You sounded very disingenuous there. You sound like you're lying from your teeth.
Like, this is such bullshit, bro. You know, he says, I wish I was fucking joking. Quantum, if we see you, we shoot on sight. You know, the funny thing about that is I showed the call log. You can clearly see outgoing.
You showed one call log. You showed one call log. Then there would be... Okay. For those of you that don't know, let's... For those of you that don't know, your call log tracks ingoing and outgoing calls. You showed one call log, Quantum. You showed one. And it was on your end, just like you showed the conversation you had with Actman's mother. But it was a one-sided conversation because we could only hear your side of the conversation. We have no idea what Actman's mother was saying to you on her end. She was probably asking, basically asking, who the heck are you and why are you calling me? What does this have to do with me? It has nothing to do with the Actman's mother. This is between you and Actman, and you crossed that line. You crossed that line, Quantum. You're spinning your wheels. You are spinning. And the further you spin, the farther down in mud you're going to get, to the point where you get stuck. And you get stuck, and nobody's going to be able to help you get out. Because you have spun your wheels so much.
That same Saturday, April 23rd. You can see also that same Saturday, April 23rd, he says the following, gonna be back to regular content. I'm done with this quantum business, and please don't go and harass him. I mean that earnestly. And all of this bullshit. He magically is...
He is literally telling people not to harass you. So your argument that these people are from Actman's community, these people are from the Actman is doing all this horrible things to me, then why in this tweet right here would he say, gonna be back to regular content, I'm done with this quantum business, and please don't go harass him? I mean that earnestly. Should have said that in my video, but I was pretty angry while making it. I would be too. If somebody contacted a member of my family, I would be too. I would be angry. Not gonna lie. I'd be angry making a video for the termination of someone's channel. Now, am Am I going to say that there are people that aren't going to listen to what they're being told? Absolutely. But Actman isn't harassing you. Actman isn't telling people, go harass this guy. He's saying the exact opposite of what you're trying to say that he's doing, which makes you look like a complete idiot. Actually, a bigger idiot than you already were.
Trying to call off his dogs, right? He magically calls off his.
No.
Dogs after the phone call with his mother, where his mother says she'll talk to him. His mother even calls me back.
You don't find it weird? Seriously, you don't find it weird that once someone finds out that forget it, there's no reasoning with this guy.
Right? You can go rewatch that video. It's time-stamped in the top right-hand corner. You can see the time going. It's time-stamped for the same date, April 23rd, and magically, don't harass him, and I'm done.
He was done until you contacted his mother, you idiot. Don't try to sit up in your ivory tower and tell us that you're perfect, that you do nothing wrong. Because I can guarantee you something. Your ivory tower is going to fall. And when it does, you're going to have no one to blame. You're going to have no one to blame but yourself. And that's not a threat. That's not a promise. That's not even a warning. I'm just saying that given everything that you have said, you have sat up in your ivory tower blaming everyone else, and yet you don't even realize how many cracks are in the stories you tell, or how many cracks are in the foundation of that ivory tower, and it's crumbling, but it's crumbling very, very slowly.
With this, basically, I'm moving on, right? My Power of an Apology video comes out April 24th. Magically, shortly after, here he is.
That's because during the Power of an Apology, you showed the phone call, which confirmed that you contacted his mother, and why am I still trying to reason with this guy? Let's continue.
We can confirm that he threatened our family. Like, bitch, please. And
you said it in your video. Do not try to say that you didn't say it in your video. You showed the phone call from your side of things.
And magically, his mother has this text message, which I find it funny that nobody points out, where she says, try it, but not from anything he can connect with you. Be safe. He's a nut. What the hell?
That's not a threat if you're going to go that direction. I can tell you what a threat is. I can give an example what a threat is. Actually, I think I might, but I'm just going to listen to what he has to say.
Was that? Number one, I thought everything was cool and you were moving on. And magically now your mother's telling you to...
Why would he move on from somebody that contacted his mother? You don't seem to get it. You just don't seem to quite understand it. And quite frankly, it's making me angry. because you keep on harping on this thing. You're really trying to make yourself look good when really all you're doing is making yourself look incredibly bad, incredibly scummy, because it takes somebody. It takes a person like you, Quantum, to contact somebody's mother just out of the blue.
Try stuff that's not connected to you. Keep your hands clean from it, right? Don't let them.
That's wait. Oh God. That's not what she said. What she said, try it, but not from anything he can connect with you. That is obviously a reply from the text conversation that him and the act that him and his mother had. We don't know. What was the previous message that she was replying to? We don't know. But no one is taking these 3 text messages as a death threat or anything like that. Let me see. Here's a threat that I just thought of. So you do that again and I'll knock your head off. That's a threat. That's a blatant threat. This isn't threatening. She's just having a conversation with her son.
Tie this shit back to you, my boy, but go do it. We don't know what that was that she's telling him to go do. It's definitely not legal, whatever the hell it is. And it,
Probably look into litigation. Probably look into a court case. That would be my guess. But why do you care? It's not like anyone's threatening your life. I have advice for you, Quantum. But I'll save that for now. I'll save my advice for you.
this whole, like, painting this picture that he's some victim with his family getting threatened is all.
That's because he is. You have played the victim for far too long. And you can't handle the truth.
All false. I've made multiple calls to action for him to A, report me to the police. I'm still walking free.
Why would he report you to the police? It's not like anything that you've done is illegal. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Wait. Perjury. You said in a previous video on Quantum TV that Actman doesn't know the definition of perjury. But I showed everyone the third definition of perjury in my video. So, and you would have to know what perjury is because before you can sign a DMCA strike or a dispute for that matter, you have to click a box that says, I understand that everything that I'm about to submit is under perjury. That means if you lie, if you issue false statements within the dispute or within the DMCA, that is perjury.
We know for a fact Actman's not the type of person to sit on information and not talk about it, not share it with people.
He was trying to confirm it first before he said anything, and once he got the confirmation that you were, that's when he let it loose.
Here he is sharing his so-called proof, but there is nothing here. There's nothing talking about we wouldn't want our families to get involved. That's a line he made up. It's all an act for the Actman, for his...
We don't know what you said. We seriously don't know what you said. Yes, you showed one phone call, but how do we know? How do we know it was only 2 phone calls? Yes, I said 2 because I forgot that she called back. How do we know that you didn't call her more than twice? Well, yes. How do we know that that wasn't the extent? There could have been more. We don't know.
Clicks for his fans, for his money.
I'm pretty sure Actman doesn't care about you. I don't even care about you. But here I am making my 8th video about you, so... And let me make this perfectly clear. I'm not doing this for views. I'm really not. I'm doing this to show people how stupid you are.
And I hate that people are allowed to do this kind of thing where for the sensationalism of painting somebody that tells them no as a bad person, that that's what they're going to do. You want the truth. The truth is all of this is happening because I told him no. Just like I told Mischief.
When did you tell him no? You tried to take down his video, and when YouTube came back and said, "Nah, man, it's fair use," you said, "I'm looking into all of my options." That could have been taken a myriad of ways, but given the circumstance on which it was given, Actman put 2 and 2 together, which sounded like a legal threat. That, you see, you keep on telling people that you just told people no. But here, let's get right down to the nitty-gritty. Let's just stop beating... Oh, hey, The Godfather. Let's just get right down to the nitty-gritty, shall we? It's not the fact that you told Mischief no. It's not the fact that Actman told you no. It's the fact that you threatened Mischief. It's also the fact that you... I'm done. Seriously.
I believe in America. America has made my fortune.
Seriously.
I raised my daughter in the American fashion.
Like, for real. I don't even know. Let's just move on.
No to stealing my content.
No one stole your content. You complete imbecile. No one stole your content. The fact that you uploaded it, and the fact that it wasn't privated, the fact that it wasn't unlisted, the fact that it was a public video meant anybody could watch it, right? Which means anybody had the knowledge, which anybody who watched your video, which, by the way, all of your videos are made public, thank you very much. I know all of my videos are made public. I think so. Which means that anyone could take your video. It's been done since the dawn of YouTube. People have taken clips of videos, put it in their video for a talking point. Then they would commentate over it. What do you not get about this?
You don't own my shit.
You don't own crap. You really don't. You don't own your videos, if you really want to think about it. I don't own my videos. After I put them on YouTube, they belong to YouTube. They don't belong to me.
The one that made that video. You can criticize it without playing the entire fucking video.
Which they did. Every all of
Said to my wife, just
sorry, gotta calm down. Gotta calm down. Every single person that you are accusing this of took clips of your video. They isolated said clip, they put it in their video, and they commented over how ridiculous your thoughts were. That falls under fair use.
Video. They don't want to hear this. They want to steal it. And when you tell them no,
They didn't steal anything. You're just trying to justify everything again. And that, my friend, isn't going to fly. That
I'll give you anything you ask.
Let's continue. I'm sick of this guy. I really am sick of this guy. He has nothing good to say at all.
night together to be like, you're just trying to stifle criticism. As that's literally not what I'm saying. I'm saying
That's because all Mischief did was criticize your points, and then when you didn't like what he had to say, you wrote him an entire essay and told him basically you would like your assets removed. Then when Mischief said with a no response that he wasn't going to do it, you flagged him. Then he took down his video. You retracted your claim. I wonder why you would do that. You retracted your claim after he took down his video. Then he re-uploaded it because he didn't want to go through the headache of dealing with you. Nobody wants to deal with the headache of dealing with you, but yet here we are.
use it, but be fair about it and don't use so much of it because it's not really fair. And then you're damaging the original video's ability to make money.
No. You made the same thing. You made the same argument about the ratioing. You said if you guys ratio it, there's a like to dislike ratio, and a lot of your videos have a lot of dislikes. Actually more dislikes than likes. So please explain to me how your comment section with a like to dislike ratio that has more dislikes than likes is all positive.
Or profit because you're sending people to damage my channel. And that's exactly what
No one is damaging your channel. No one is damaging your channel except you're damaging your reputation by letting this get to you. Get over it.
they've done. So all of this shit that they're claiming and that they're doing is total bogus bullshit, right? We literally have proof of them committing conspiracy against me when you see them reaching out to each other back and forth via Twitter. It's not hard to figure out what they're doing. They're coordinating.
Wait. Yes, these are awful tweets, but the difference is that the Act Man apologized for them. He didn't deflect and use whataboutisms. That's the difference. You just don't seem to understand this. Yes, an apology goes a long way, believe it or not. But I've apologized for stuff that I've done personally or accidentally. Let's keep on going.
their narrative and what they're going to say next. You see, Mischief goes to Review Tech USA and says Quantum found his new chew toy. I think it's safe to say he'll try to cancel the Act Man for these tweets, which he apologized for and disavowed over.
That's because you are. Mischief was right. Again, get over it. Get over this. But you're not going to be able to let it go. Here's the problem. You're gaslighting it at this point. You don't even realize that the embers are already dead and gone at this point. But you're keeping on this. Making everybody else look bad, because everybody does according to you, everybody else does bad things, but you don't, which I find is complete garbage.
Or times. Never mind the fact that, again, I too disavowed my hacked post. I didn't even say this shit, and I still...
You didn't disavow anything. In fact, you ran with it. You took the ball and you ran. Please show where you disavowed your tweets in 2018.
Disavowed it because that wasn't me saying that. Don't agree with that kind of thing, right? But of course, they can't have that. They can't have Quantum TV not be guilty for this. So you know what they say? He's a liar, right? But
it's a little convenient, don't you think, when somebody's live streaming, that all of a sudden the account gets deleted?
They disavow it, and it's okay. Just forget about it. They apologized. And Rich from Review Tech USA doubling down and saying, yes, these tweets are awful, but the difference is the Act Man apologized for them. He didn't deflect with whataboutisms, and that's the difference.
You've been deflecting the entire time.
Because, Review Tech USA also is caught dead to rights on camera.
While it is true that Rich from Review Tech USA did use a racial slur and threaten to fight somebody, let me put it out. Let me say this. He apologized shortly afterwards, and he's never done it again. That's what separates all the people from you. They took responsibility for their actions. I've taken responsibility for my actions. But here's the thing. You haven't taken responsibility for anything. That's what separates Quantum TV from the rest. You haven't taken any steps in the right direction. In fact, you're going the complete opposite direction.
Literally using slurs. Don't take it from me. You can go watch this video right here.
But you're not going to show the tweet that he did apologizing for what he said. You're not going to show that because it completely destroy your point that you're trying to make.
This video is still up, and it shows him using those same slurs, and it comes from this user. So, really, you can look into all of this stuff if you want to. Seriously, it's all there. So, let me ask you guys one final question before this video ends. If the Act Man had no problem with sharing private DMs via Discord, why is he so uncomfortable with showing you exactly where I said that we wouldn't want our families to get involved in this via text message? Because
he tried to reach out via a Discord, but you never joined the call. And yes, those are private DMs that he shared, so...
Because the truth is, he doesn't have a problem breaking the two-party consent law and release...
What's a two-party consent law? I've never heard of that. Hold on. Let's find out together. Let's find out together.
That you have invited me to your home on the wedding day of your daughter. And may their first child be a master child.
Michael?
To
There's talking to himself.
party
He's a very scary guy. Well, who is he? What's his name? His name is Luca Brasi.
consent
Helps my father out sometimes. Oh, Michael, wait a minute. He's coming over here.
law. I'm pretty sure it is a thing, but let's hope my phone loads here.
Nice to meet you. If he should brother, why does he have a different name?
Oh, that my brother Sonny was
Come on.
found Tom Hagen in the street, and he had no home. And so my father took him in. And he's been with us ever since.
Come on.
He's a good lawyer. Not a Sicilian. I think he's going to be consigliere.
What's that?
That's, like a counselor, an advisor. Very important to the family.
Two-party consent law. Under two-party consent laws, every party must consent to the recording, even if there are two.
I am honored and grateful.
Even if there are more than two. This prevents you from recording someone without their knowledge.
And I hope that their first
Okay.
be a masculine child.
Two-party consent.
My
Okay.
ever-ending loyalty.
The two-party consent law only
Daughter's vital first.
covers recording. So your point is invalid.
Because I know you love
It means nothing. It is void.
Law and releasing information. That's not a problem for him. The fact is, he doesn't have that proof because it doesn't exist. That's why every time I demanded that he shows it, he shuts the fuck up. Because he has nothing. Because he's a liar. Just like the rest of them are liars. That's why.
So, wait. When Rich says that you called him a pedophile, that means that Rich is lying about that, because according to you, you never said it. But there's proof otherwise. I'll show the proof if anyone doesn't believe me.
I'm still here. The Act Man told you he had a meeting with YouTube or had some big YouTube exec that's going to get me canceled. He's going to be meeting with them on Wednesday. It's now Saturday. I guarantee you nothing's going to fucking happen because I don't do anything. And what they're calling copyright abuse is no more than me getting YouTube notifications through the copyright content ID tool that they're stealing percentages of my video, and I have the ability to either claim it or not. Now, YouTube isn't going to take down the video if I, in fact, deleted the video, which I did, and they're all re-uploading videos, so I can't put a timestamp. The only way I can get the video...
They're not re-uploading your video. That is false.
One individual and another with autism. We need large numbers of people with the same types of symptoms that answer the hundreds of questions we have about autism.
This.
Successfully taken down is by presenting the copyright number federally given to me, which takes several months to mail in, okay? Which, again, they've never filed copyright, so they don't actually know how the process works. And this is what I'm talking about. Armchair lawyers, toxic people doing shit just for clicks, and all of this because they're told no to stealing from other people. That's the real reason. They think it's abuse that they can't have their little entitled asses rip your shit down and repost it and say whatever they want.
Nobody reposted your video. Nobody.
Rainbow.
and the spicy flamethrower stack burger. Try the new DQ signature stack burger menu today.
This is what Quantum TV is. This is who Quantum TV is. And unfortunately,
Be ready for any arena in the all-new LX600.
I got nothing more.
Talk shit about you. If it damages the original video and you can't make money from it, fuck it. That's fair use.
It is fair use. A video can be disliked into oblivion, and it can still be profitable because why? Because it's monetized. Monetized for what? Monetized for the ad revenue.
MTV is bringing you into a one-of-a-kind relationship experiment that gives singles a second chance at love.
Never mind, fair.
So it doesn't affect the profit ability, even though your take was so bad that people were ripping on you because it made no sense. You were complaining about something you had nothing about. You were complaining about something that you didn't have anything to do with.
Use law particularly says something about that. Never mind how much of the video they're using. Still fair use to them. The reality is...
That's because it is. As long as they transform the work, it's fair use. It falls under fair use. And everyone that you're accusing right now has transformed your original work into something that it wasn't. Well, hold on. They transformed the work in such a way that it fit them. Forget it.
It's no longer fair use when you prevent it from making money, and it's no longer fair
Your video can still make money.
use when you've literally used the entire fucking video. That's not fucking...
The only way that is true is if somebody re-uploaded it and claimed it as their own original content, which no one ever did. You're just griping because you want to at this point.
Fair. Again, even when we start looking at the monetary aspects, you've monetized this video on top of all of this. I mean, like, there are so many ways.
They've monetized their commentary video over... You're mad because people are using clips of your videos. Let's be honest here.
That their fucking fair use claim falls on its ass, that it's hilarious. Then again, I don't $10,000 care about this to the point of going after each and every lap.
Then why are you making a video about it? Why have you made several videos about it? Why? If you don't care, why did you make a 20-minute 17-second video 23 hours ago?
That's one of them at $10,000 a pop. It doesn't mean that much to me. And that's just to file, by the way, and to get the proceedings up and going. Never mind how long it'll take. You're going to spend so many hundreds of thousands of dollars in litigation. And for what? To prove that you're right? That's really all it would do. Because A, these people do not have that kind of money to pay back the damages that they've caused, right? And lawyer fees, they don't have that. And B, it would probably go to collection.
Well, nobody wants litigation anyway. The person that's harping on this isn't me, or isn't Review Tech USA, or isn't Drama Alert, or isn't anybody. The person that's harping on this is you.
and they probably get arrested. And then either way, I still don't get my money. So I mean, really, like, what's the benefit to me, right? And it's at
Okay, I have something popped into my head. Everybody remembers Dr. D. Davis Schultz and what he did to the 2020 Reporter. But the 2020 Reporter actually sued over the slap, and he said in the Dark Side of the Ring episode that his pain stopped when he got paid.
Now, Johnny is my father's godson. And my father went to see this.
So what does that tell you?
And he offered him $10,000 to let Johnny go.
He really was in no pain.
Said no.
He just acted
The next
like it.
day, my father went to see him
Until he got paid.
the point where these people are just going around and they know that I'm not going to sue them at this point, and they're just going to take and do what they want and share with their friends and keep creating more lies. But the fact is,
nobody's creating lies about you.
My father made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
No one.
Luca Brasi held a gun to his head, and my father assured him that either his brains or his signature would be on the contract.
this all started because they were told fucking no, make your own content, you used.
Actman's been making his own content for a long time. Drama Local, same thing. I know it's Alex, same thing. Mischief, same thing. Who else? Griffin Gaming, same thing. Marquee, same thing. Asmon Gold has been making his own content. They're still making their own content. It's just when they want to criticize you, they have to show what they're criticizing. That's all they were doing, was criticizing you for your bad take.
Useless, worthless piece of shit, talentless nobody that can't do shit besides rely on other people. And the
Oh, would you look at that? Degrading now. Could have told you he was going to pull that card. I just didn't know when.
drama, the fake bullshit parasite clicks that you fucking create, you goddamn motherfucking vulture, bro. Like, that's what this shit is about, bro. They're nothing and nobody.
Bro, you sound like Vince Russo.
They can't create anything themselves. They're not creative people. And that's...
Correction. They are. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think Review Tech USA has been making his own content way before Quantum TV even showed up on the scene.
So that's the problem here. We're fighting something on the internet that they don't want fought. Uncreative, or, non-talent, uncreative.
Does that mean I'm uncreative for making videos about you? Does that mean I'm uncreative about making gaming videos? Or does that mean I'm uncreative for reading an online fan fiction? I've done all those things. Does that mean that I'm talentless? Does that mean that I'm a waste of space? Does that mean I don't make my own original content? Because I do make my own original content. I've told stories.
What's the matter with you? Is this how you turn out a Hollywood Pinocchio that cries like a woman? What can I do?
Creative people that want to steal from people with actual vision, with actual abilities to do something and create something more than just a copy and paste, haha, I'm talking shit about you.
But no one's copying and pasting your video, then commenting over your video. Actman had several YouTubers in his Elden Ring Hot Takes video. And no one else got salty about it. The only salty person is you.
It's like, this is what we have to deal with. So, don't ever say I don't have receipts, because I got them on every last one of these motherfuckers. They can all burn in hell for all I...
No, you don't have receipts. You have receipts from about 4 or 5 years ago. You have nothing recent. You have nothing modern. So, your video was a complete waste of time.
Care the pieces of shit garbage human beings lying to fucking create some like excuse to threaten my life, sending their racist ass fucking community after me like they're the KKK.
Yeah, here's a known fact. You just proved in your own video that Actman told his people, well, not his people, but his viewers, don't go harass him. Seriously. The points you are making, you are completely... You're, 2 more minutes.
Or some shit. Like, bro, you have no idea what it's like right now to be Quantum TV waking up every day as honestly the good guy in this scenario as...
But you're not a good guy in this scenario. You claim... You see, that's the problem. You think you're a good guy in this scenario when you're the... When you're the bad guy in this scenario, bro.
People want to be like, why'd you call his mother? Well, when a motherfucker sends black people hanging from a fucking tree to your fucking goddamn email, and the person who is responsible, because he made the video and all his racist fans are coming to you...
No. You cannot blame that on Actman. You can't blame it on Actman, even though you are. You can't blame that on Actman. Because again, you have no idea. Again, you have no idea if the people that are sending you these things are Actman viewers or not. There's no way you can prove it.
Like, start doing that shit to you, maybe you'd start wanting to call somebody's family too and be like, yo, what the fuck, this needs to stop. And they're making death threats and all this other bullshit, so don't come at me like I need to...
No. You see, if I had this happen to me, I wouldn't get in contact with somebody's family member. I would go to them directly. That's where you royally screwed up. Instead of going to Actman directly, which we all saw that you and him did have a conversation, so you obviously had a way to get in contact with him that there was no need. There was no reason for you to contact his mother.
Be some kind of calm civil person that doesn't want to reach out to a mother and say, hey, your son is causing harm and damage, and like, this is out of hand. Like, that's out of hand. That's the fucking line. We all want to fucking look at Quantum TV like the bad guy, like, oh, how dare you fucking call his mother? That's creepy. How'd you get her number anyway? I found this is out of hand. Like,
Actman threatened to murder me. I'm pretty sure I did a reaction to that to that video, and the comments were turned off. So where'd this comment come from? Unless you're holding every single comment for review.
out of hand. That's the fucking line. We all want to fucking look at Quantum TV like the bad guy, like, oh, how dare you fucking
That's because you are.
call his mother. That's creepy. How'd you get her number anyway? I found your ass via public fucking records, and I'll find any one of you doing that shit via public records.
I dare you to try to find me with public records, because there's nothing on me. That doesn't even make any sense.
And report you to the police, as I fucking have. I'll do that shit again, bro.
Show the police report, moron.
There's nothing wrong with finding you via public records. You're not anonymous online. I don't know why you think because you have a stage name that you can't be found, especially when you're a big YouTuber. Fucking moron. Like, but this is the community that I have to deal with. So at the end of the
The only way, which by the way, you showed his, I just want to point out something.
that you can't be found, especially when you're a big YouTuber. Fucking.
Okay.
Now you have my number. I'll wait for your call. By the way, I admire your pictures very much.
Okay.
Moron. Like,
No one's anonymous on the internet. But that still doesn't give you the right to look up someone and call their mother.
but this is the community that I have to deal with. So at the end of the fucking day, I'm not sorry I called his mother. Again.
At the end of the day, you better be sorry that you called his mother. Any normal person would, but you're not normal. There's no way you can be normal.
I will do anything I have to do to make it very clear that I'm trying to reach out, be civil, not have these problems. And
If you're really trying to be civil, you wouldn't be doing this. You wouldn't make a 20-minute and 17-second video. You would try everything within your power to get this resolved. But instead, you're trying so desperate to remain relevant. Because before all this started, no one knew who you were. No one cared. But now that everyone's picked up on it, now that everyone has picked up on who you are, you really like this. Because it's getting your name out there. But here's the problem. It's in a negative connotation.
that's the route I had to go. I had to go that route. And at the end of the fucking day, you can have your opinions about it, as most of you people do. But again,
Here's my opinion. You're an idiot.
For 5 years, we had her under training, singing lessons.
and I don't fucking give a shit. I really don't. Nobody here
Again, you keep on saying you don't care, but your actions are proving otherwise.
harassed anybody. Nobody threatened anybody. Nobody did anything. I'm getting black people hanging from trees coming into my email. I'm getting people calling me the N-word every fucking day. I'm getting people dislike ratioing out every single video I fucking...
No one cares about the... You want to know why? Maybe it's because people don't like your video. Maybe people don't like your take.
because of the Ackman's lies of copyright abuse, which again, he doesn't have permission to use my content.
Which, again, it's a public video. It was a public video that you uploaded. And you want the internet to be nice to you? Have you lost your mind? Oh, wait, yes, you have. You have lost your mind. If you had a mind to begin with.
Mr. Corleone is a man who insists on hearing bad news immediately.
I made it. I didn't give it to him. And again, all of those other things I made.
You made a video, which a video you made can be used in somebody else's video just as long as it's fair use, which Ackman's video was fair use. You're not salty about the fact that Ackman made a video. You're salty that your takedown didn't go through, that YouTube themselves rejected it, proving that you have no idea what you're talking about.
Which makes it not fair use. Again, he's not adhering to any kind of fair fucking use. He's just being a dick.
So are you. You're not adhering. You're just being...
and talking shit about somebody because he can. And that's the reality. All of these fuckers look at their channels. That's what they do. Of course they're going to defend their boy. Fuck, man.
But Review Tech USA wasn't defending Actman. In fact, he has said that he has seen Actman's social media outbursts, let's call them. And yes, they're not... He doesn't agree with them.
And like, are we really having this argument right now? So again, for all you motherfuckers that want to sit there talking about, I don't have receipts, there are your motherfucking receipts. Sit the fuck down.
Cancel. Alright. So apparently we got shown receipts, but the receipts were about 4 to 5 years old. There was literally nothing besides what he pulled up on the Actman about what he said on the After the Power of an Apology that was recent. So, Quantum, what are you going to do next? Why don't you prove that you were hacked, bud? Actually, I know exactly what I'm going to title this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you want to be a part of this community, click the S down below. Then after that, make sure you ring the bell and hit all so that every time I upload, you get a notification. If you don't, hey, that's okay. I respect you. And at the end of the day, I'm just glad that you chose to spend a little bit of your time here with me. I'm Hardcore Christopher. Keep it hardcore, everyone.